So folks, for those of you who missed the live stream, the Frontier Unlocked today, we just got a brand new teaser for the next Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC. And the only teaser we got, other than a little information I'll show you in a second, was this image right here. Now, in the past, we thought Megalodon was being teased, and it turned out to be Dunkleosteus. However, I don't think I'm crazy in suggesting that this has to be Megalodon, right? It could be Cratoxy or something like that instead, but it feels inevitable, especially after the discussion around the aquatic species pack and stuff like that, that we would finally get the Megalodon. Whether that's exciting to you personally, whole different kettle of fish, but it really does feel like they're hinting and suggesting that the Megalodon is on the way. We did get a little bit of information about the DLC, and I'll show you that right now. So it is a species pack, it isn't an expansion. Remember, this is going to potentially be the final DLC for Evolution 2. We'll have to wait and see. They actually announced in the same stream that Planet Zoo has more DLC coming beyond what we necessarily expected. At the very least, I really hope that if it is the final DLC, we do find that out ahead of time. But it is a species pack, not an expansion. It's going to have 4 animals, as you would expect, and perhaps the most surprising, not only having a teaser for Evolution 2 in the first place, but the pack is coming within the next few weeks, to quote the Jurassic World Evolution 2 people on stream. So much sooner than you would expect. Now, within a few weeks, yeah, it could mean a few things. I take it to mean 3 weeks personally. That might be more for the announcement, but by mid to late May, I would expect us to have the new species pack in our hands, which is a very quick turnaround compared to the usual 3-month wait, especially at this stage, you know, towards the end of the life of the game, you expect things to slow down, if nothing else. So that's really interesting, and what I'm hoping for more than anything else is a big, chunky free update to go along with it. Hopefully some of those resources from the last one have been squirreled away and saved for this one. You know what, if we're getting a Megalodon, that seems like a fantastic time to also add kelp to the lagoon. Just a thought. But it is a species pack, it's got 4 species, let's assume it's Megalodon for now. In my opinion, there are 2 main DLCs this could possibly be. So let's take a look at those 2 options. The first one is a Xenozoic pack. That's one of the more obvious ones. This is where everyone's minds went to originally. That would, of course, include the Megalodon. We could also include the Smilodon, would be our first terrestrial mammal walking around, would be really cool as an addition. And of course, it does come over from Camp Cretaceous, makes a lot of sense. And then that kind of opens the door to a whole range of other Xenozoic possibilities, mammoths and giant ground sloths and stuff like that. So Xenozoic pack definitely has some interest in that regard, and would make sense given it can tie in with the Smilodon. Would be a very interesting final pack, you know, kind of breaking that boundary, if a little frustrating in some ways, but having our first proper mammal in the game like that. The other possibility as I see it, especially if this is the final pack, is more of a fan favourite pack. So Megalodon has been requested for many years. Microceratus has of course been requested for ages. Plesiosaurus is widely requested. Hatzegopteryx for another large Atstarchid has been widely requested. So if it is a fan favourite pack, it would almost solidify for me that it is the final DLC, but this would make a lot of sense as well, just in terms of having the Megalodon and folding in other requested animals. This is for me a battle of Microceratus versus Smilodon, right? One is a canon creature from a beloved show by plenty of people, and the other is of course probably the most requested dinosaur in the game and is another canonical creature. So these 2 are kind of battling it out for me. It could even be a fan favourite pack with the Smilodon and the Microceratus. The only thing I don't think it is another aquatic pack or a shark pack or a marine predator pack or something like that, just because we only just got a new marine pack very recently. I would be surprised if we got another one so soon, but the teaser image definitely has that vibe. Before we go, some people on my stream did make this comment, and it is interesting that the Megalodon, you could kind of see it as the jaws appearing in water, but it also kind of looks like ice, like it's been frozen in time, which would maybe lend credence to the idea that this is in fact a Xenozoic pack rather than a fan favourite pack or something like that. If you interpret the image as ice, and it was just a static image, there's no movement or anything, you know, could you suggest that tends towards a Xenozoic pack? I would think so. It's definitely interesting, folks. I'm sure some people will be disappointed just getting a DLC, but you know what? I'm really happy Frontier have let us know there's a DLC coming. They've teased that there's more content on the way. I like getting these little teasers. That always ramps up the excitement for me a little bit. you know, what it turns out to be and what the free update turns out to be is going to determine a lot of the joy we get from this. But, you know, I appreciate that level of communication, and I hope it's something they keep up going forward. But yeah, that's it for me. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If it is one of these two, which would you prefer? Or do you have another idea? What other species pack could this be? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. Stick around on the channel for all the news on the upcoming DLC when we get it. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye.